Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. A first down for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Cruz. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they look like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Casey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll run it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he puts through the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Ball spotted at the 18. It is 2nd and 3. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Cruz. Looking down the middle. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. It's loose. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there. He's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coffee. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wide out in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking to throw, it's Cruz. Time to take a shot. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Oh, nice play by the offense. But listen, defensively, I gave up the big play. It's over. Short memory. Now I got to bow my neck, make a stop on this goal line stand here.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll prove it in inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
At the 10-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 14.
he'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Handoff from the gun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Powell. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Dropping back, it's Cruz. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Pulled down for the tackle.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The jet sweep pass. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball.
Oh, and they blocked it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this all...
Snags it down the right side. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Offense in a split backfield. From the gun, the running back has it. The Horned Frogs get the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Off play action. That's caught. It's Powell. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Cruz. Gets it out fast. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Collins. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After that completion, move the sticks. It's first down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Number 18.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
That's the end of the first half.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Its offense back onto the field. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Here on second and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's dragged down.
He's tackled at the 26. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
He's tackled at the 25-yard line. 3rd down.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To throw, it's Cruz. Pressure coming. They're working that left side. Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Got his man on the right. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum. Yeah, these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The defense with the scoop and score. Lining up to add another. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Clemson is quick to the line. Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, TCU 35, Clemson 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field and passing.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. This quarterback part of their running game. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Casey. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Power football with the run. Hard running there. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats?
He's got it down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. His job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On second down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Casey. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
28.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes a move. Goes out of bounds at the 44, but sets his team up with a terrific return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Looking for a man, it's Cruz. Flips it out in the flat. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
At the 35, he's got room. Open runway ahead. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Touchdown, Horned Frog! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he wants it all. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Tag them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Fighting off the defender. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Powell. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Dropping back, it's Cruz. He caught it! Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been
And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.